The following is a production of Grenzebach, Glier & Associates, consultants in philanthropic management.
Hi, I'm Scott Atwell, Practice Area Lead for Alumni Relations at Grenzebach, Glier & Associates. And today, we're taking you to the city of brotherly love, where Frederick Wampler runs the Alumni Association at the University of Pennsylvania. You know, some believe that Penn has been working alumni relations longer than anyone, when you consider that in 1740, Benjamin Franklin was bringing back graduates in support of the institution. Today, Penn alumni number more than 300,000, and Hoops manages a team of nearly 40. He sat down to answer our 10 questions.
One of the things I think I'm especially proud of at the University of Pennsylvania is the way we've been able to think about our alumni experience as a lifelong experience, really starting with the first day a student sets foot on campus. So our student advancement program, which includes philanthropy, which we've bridged into a very successful young alumni program, has really started to change our culture and build up the expectation, like a lot of our peer institutions, that one of the reasons you come to an institution like Penn is because it will be an experience for your whole life and something that should serve you for your whole life, not just the 4 years as a student or your 2 years in your master's program, but something that can be a resource and an asset to you your entire life. And that's not actually been the case at our institution historically, but now I think we've been able to change the game. It's building relationships, and you know, the biggest challenge with relationships and the work we do is obviously the scale of our operations, and we have 300,000 alumni. I know other institutions have many more, but how do you build relationships with each and every person? And that's the biggest challenge, but the most important part of the work, and the answer to that is to never stop trying, get on the road, bring people to campus, and of course to leverage volunteers as much as you can to help you do that work. The psychology behind alumni relations is really interesting, and I think about every day kind of the expectations alumni have for their alma mater in terms of what they expect the institution to do for them, how they expect to serve the institution, and it's incredibly demanding. And there's not many other parts of our lives, you know, aside from maybe our families, where we expect so much from a relationship that in many cases or an experience that happened long ago. So I ponder that every day. I think it's a unique thing that we need to continually take advantage of, but would love to know what the answers are there for sure. I think that it's easy. I think people just think we throw parties and we bring people back to campus or take our teams out into the world or have events, and it's not that easy. I mean, to do it in a constructive, strategic way takes a lot of thought, takes a lot of science, takes a lot of art, and takes a lot of resources, and really getting people to give their time and energy and passion to a place is not an easy thing to ask of anybody. In fact, time is the one thing that is limited in today's world, so you know, really getting that to be a major asset or a major gift to the university is a hard part. I really think with the world as it is today and the varying degrees that people change their careers multiple times, I don't think there's a traditional career path that our alumni have anymore when they graduate from the institution, go to work for a firm for 20, 30, 40 years and retire with, you know, the gold watch. That doesn't happen anymore. So I think the next big thing is really how you can leverage and use an alumni network to benefit your career, your profession, and keep you moving around different industries and through different phases of a career by using that network. And I think finding ways for us to facilitate that networking and that connection with our alumni communities is really, really important, and for some people may be the only real way we can add value to their relationship with their alma mater. We got to figure that out. We don't get to add up dollars at the bottom of a column on a spreadsheet, right? So I think the value that we bring in creating emotional connections and smiles on people's faces when they have experience with our institutions is truly undervalued. And I don't want to call it goodwill, I don't want to call it good feelings, but I think the extent that we can build these emotional ties is really, really valuable and probably not appreciated as much as it should be. Fun, happiness. A little scary, but important, and the next phase of our craft. misunderstood, something that we need to do a better job telling our story. Critical. Do not disregard them. Use them more. It's harder, but use them more. Two things. You gotta have a gigantic backbone. Don't take things too personally. And then the second one, which, God, this year and other years, our beloved friends that we make in our alumni community, they are not with us for very long. And when we see them pass away, it's like losing a member of our family. And I built so many strong relationships. And unfortunately, when these folks pass on, it's difficult. Didn't know that coming in, that these people would be so meaningful to me. I think the perception that this only is related to fundraising. I like to ask a question at this little training session I do on campus, that if our institution was fully endowed and we didn't need to raise any money any longer, would we still do alumni relations? The answer is absolutely yes. So understanding it's for value other than just as it relates to bringing money into the institution. It's got to be, the interesting people you meet every day, the unique passion they have, and being able to connect a passion to something that is truly meaningful in a mutually beneficial way. It's the best part.
10 Questions has been a production of Grenzebach, Glier & Associates, where our mission is advancing yours.